Well, it's like the artificial leaf, if you like. In the leaf, we have a green dye. It's called chlorophyll. I think most people know that. But what they perhaps don't know is that the chlorophyll, the first thing chlorophyll does is after it absorbs sunlight, it generates electric charges. So even in the leaf, you have electric charges being generated, negative and positive charges. And these are used up very quickly to produce fuels from sunlight, like the carbohydrates and the sugar and oxygen as an oxidant. So we have charge, but they are used in chemical reactions very quickly. While we have the same principle. We use a dye, or sensitizer we call it, that produce electric charges, but we are collecting them as electric power. It's easier than to make chemicals. We can also do the chemicals, but that's a more complex process. It requires catalysts, and so our mainstream is to make electricity from sunlight. We see two major applications which are distinguished by the embodiment itself. You have a glass embodiment, which is, can be used as a facade that produces electricity from light. The nice feature about our cell is we can choose the color by selecting the dye. You can even make a glass which looks entirely transparent and has no color, and still will produce electricity. It picks up the near-infrared radiation from the sun. So there are many options. There are many a lot of freedom you have in selection of the color, intensity, transmission, and transparency is easy to achieve. And also these cells capture light from both sides, and so they are very insensitive to the angle of incidence of sunlight. That's one of the advantages. And the other application is the flexible cells that are now produced in Cardiff, Wales. And they can also be used on building walls. I showed the blinds in the MGM hotel. And but they are also used for portable electronics to charge batteries, and maybe car batteries one day. That's coming. That's a critical parameter. What time does it take for the energy, the built-in energy, to use to make the cell? How much time do you need to get that back from your cell when it's in operation? And so that's less than a year. The commercial production has started in 2009, and demand is big, certainly. It's more of a question to ramp up the production and fulfill the demand. Fortunately, we have companies that have licensed our technology, and they are in a position to do that. We have had courageous investors that have taken the technology to higher level and to product stage. We are far from having reached the maximum efficiency, and stability should not come at a cost of stability. So there are challenges ahead of us that require lots of imagination, lots of money, research money you have to also find,